Hey, what's up, traders? Friday, March 10th, 8:52 a.m., and these are your morning ideas. What's up, traders? You can see here the jobs number came out and it was pretty good. I was very tight with my stop on this trade. Actually, I almost got stopped. And we're doing some things which I'll explain in a later video with these positions. You can see it's a one contract position, and we again that. The stop was at 38.89 right here in this contract, and it actually almost got hit, which would have been a $1,500 loss. It ends up doing okay. The jobs number coming out was a favorable jobs number. I don't recommend that you trade around the news. I know some of you do. You hear me a lot of times saying that if you're trying to take the number that comes out and say, okay, it's going to do this because it was good news, that a lot of times you'll get stopped out on these big wicks. So the key is actually to trade a lot smaller and wider with your stops to avoid getting whipsawed out of the market if you're trading it at all. Which again, it's more of an advanced technique, so I wouldn't recommend it for you if you're starting out. And in fact, I'm not allowed to recommend anything. To be honest with you, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm looking to get out of this position on this run up towards this VPOC up here, which it says 73. You can see that the numbers are off. This one says 73. This one is at 37. And the reason for that is if I come over here, it's contract rollover, and you can see that the June contract is starting to push more volume, and to the point where I usually trade the old contract. So in this case, March, if you're trading on TradingView and CQG, ESH 2023, that's the March contract. That's why on here you're seeing 39.74, and then over here you're seeing 39.37. I don't know. It's usually not that far off, but you'll see again. An easy way to do it is just type in CME ES volume, and you'll see that they'll show you on the different contracts how much volume. Once the Globex once they get equal or start to get close, you start to trade the new contract, which would be ESM 2023 instead of ESH 2023. Just for those of you that are looking at contract rollover, I'm looking for this to get a little bit higher, guys. We had this sell off yesterday. It was a continuation of what we had been seeing. It's easier to see it really on the 4-hour, but let's take a look at it. You can see that we got the drop from Powell speaking on Tuesday, sideways, fake push higher, another trend down day, and then we've bounced here. So you get pretty much one leg down, consolidation, second leg down. And then we're getting the bump. That was really the play on this position, is some kind of a bump below the low from yesterday. And here it is on the smaller picture. This is what it looked like. We got a open. We push higher. We come down VWAP, bounce off of VWAP, push higher, and then just fade the rest of the day, trend down. Although the VPOC did not move to the lows like we've seen in the recent days where the VPOC comes all the way down to the lows. Look at this day. We did not do that yesterday. We still had quite a bit of volume at the top. So it was just kind of the market in free fall yesterday. But again, like when the market looks really bad, sometimes there's some pretty good buying opportunities. I'm not saying that you should be buying this with both hands. I'm just saying that, once it becomes obvious and the market's a little bit oversold, you typically get some bounces like this. And of course, this was helped by the positive jobs number that came out at 8:30 this morning. Okay, so where do we go from here, I guess, is probably what you're wondering. We're kind of quoting different prices here because of that contract rollover. So if I moved all of these to the new contract, let me go back to It doesn't give me all of the data, guys, because that's why I use continuous contracts. You can see how the data gets cut off. So it's a bit of a tough. Let me see. A tough market to look at because I'm be quoting different prices. So I won't do that. What I'll do here is I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we continue to get volatility today after this number. You can see that the volume is still pretty good, almost 200% of the normal 20-day volume. And we are at, the biggest thing is we're still here right around this price, right around this price, 39.75 now is that value. And we're trading 39.65 on the continuous contract. So basically what this means is we're just a little bit below the VPOC. So that means that even though the prices are different because I'm trading, this is quoting me June and this one's quoting me the March contract. Well, what it means is we still have some meat ahead of us and the magnet above us, which means that, and this is why my sell limit is higher, is because I think that we will get the market pushing higher off of the open and then kind of get stuck. I wouldn't be surprised to see, I don't think that we'll have a trend update. Let's just say that. But I think that once we push higher, we'll get stuck because we're still in this very, very thick area. You see how thick this is here. And no matter what the price is showing you here versus here, we're right below it. Okay, we're right below it. So we're going to push up into it and likely get caught up, chop, and then either move higher to test these higher prices or roll lower down here towards 3,800. I think that the advantage here is at least temporarily for the longs off of the open, and then we get caught up, and then we get a sleepy kind of afternoon. It's Friday, everybody will kind of shut off early, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to really get caught up once we move higher off of the open. So I don't know what price that will be, but I'm looking for a push to break the overnight high off of the open, fake everybody into looking like it's a trend update, come back down in and just start chopping around near where we, near where we closed yesterday, which is, down here in the 39.20s if you're still looking at the March contract. But I think that we will get that push higher first. And whether we do it now, we may not do it at all. Maybe we might just come down here. You can see all the meat that we have from the overnight session. And then we've put in some volume up here after the news. But I'm going to let this thing play out. And if we move lower, I'll take this thing off because I don't want to get in a situation where the market sells off on Friday ahead of the weekend. And then I'm stuck in a position that looks, it's going to be difficult to turn around in the second half of the day on a Friday when the buyers are gone. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, guys. Make sure that you guys register for the bracket challenge, the $1 Million Madness bracket challenge that we have. I will post a video here right after this video so you guys have it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And make sure that, I'm not saying that you guys need to trade. I'm not telling you which contract to trade, but I'm saying keep an eye on the change of volumes here, guys, because if I update this, you'll see that the values will start to converge, right? The value of the Globex and the March contract will start to get closer to the June contract, and then we'll roll to the June contract probably early next week, okay? But just keep an eye on that today if it starts to really slow down. All right, guys, I'm James from Take Profits. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.